We have seen so many NBA players break out this year. I mean, we had Denny Advia. He's averaging like a 30-point triple double. Probably a little less, but he had the stretch where he was. You can say you have Tyrese Maxey who's been taking a leap, Anthony Black, all these guys who are taking a leap. And I feel like another person who's going kind of under the radar with this leap is Keyonte George of the Utah Jazz. And you could say that's because the Utah Jazz aren't really good, but the Utah Jazz are actually exceeding expectations by most people. I mean, marketing at the beginning of the year was going absurd, averaging 30 plus points and was looking great as a 3 and D all-star potential, maybe even all-NBA. And put him on a good team, and I think he is all-NBA, or maybe just all-star. But and then you have Keyonte George, who is averaging 20 plus points, averaging 7 assists. And it's just crazy how under the radar he's been. But let's get into it. Hey, George, going into last season, he was averaging around 15 points, around like 5 assists per game. They're not spectacular, but the efficiency was way off. It just didn't look great. Now, coming into this season, I don't really think anyone expected him. And as first-time All-Stars, people expected like maybe Franz, Jamal Murray. You had Şengün, Chet Holmgren, players like that. No one really said Keyonte George. In fact, I think many people really gave up on Keyonte George. People were thinking Ace Bailey, Taylor Hendricks, Isaiah Collier, all like Bryce Sensabaugh, all these players would overlap Keyonte George. Since Keyonte George just didn't look that impressive. I mean, his rookie year obviously looked impressive. You know, he was third in most 30-point games. You know, you had Chet, you had Wemby, then you had Keyonte George, who was right there in scoring as a rookie. And he was looking great as a rookie three-point shooter. I think he had most of the records, if not for Keegan Murray and Colin Knappel. But he looked amazing as a rookie. And he comes into his second season and he doesn't look as great, and the efficiency just isn't there. And he comes in this season and he's looking pretty much better, but it just kind of looks like a fluke. I mean, the Jazz are better. And he's averaging more points, but the efficiency just still isn't there. I mean, 40% from the field, like 34% from three. But then we keep going, and we realize that it might not just be early season stuff, that he actually might be a great player. I mean, he's just improved in many aspects. The efficiency went way up. Pretty sure he's averaging like 47% from the field, which isn't the best, but still, that's a huge improvement. And then like 39% from three. And don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's a huge improvement for Keyonte George. Proving that since marketing's just going to be a trade piece, I think Keyonte George could be the player that they build around. And that's kind of crazy to say. I mean, they have Ace Bailey. They had Cody Williams, who they thought could be a vital piece for them. People were saying that Cody Williams could be better than J-Dub, but that has just not been the case. And they're probably going to be bad this year, tank for another player. Maybe like an Ace Bailey or Darren Peterson or Cam Boozer. Just one of those guys. Maybe you can go later, maybe not top 3 pick and get Caleb Wilson, Koa Pete, Jaden Quitance, maybe Tonde Yesufu. And you add this, and I think Keyonte can average even more assists while leading the offense. And we've seen the Jazz, and they looked pretty good this season, exceeding most people's expectations. I mean, they've had some horrible draft picks like Cody Williams, but they've hit on a lot of draft picks like Walter Clayton Jr., who is looking pretty good for the 18th overall pick, who was coming out of college as a 6'3" point guard who was a senior in high school and just didn't look like he had much upside. Still, you also have Isaiah Collier, who was 29th pick, and you just had Bryce Sensabaugh, who was like the 27th pick, maybe 28th pick, and you put this around Keyonte George's chest. And maybe you keep marketing because the Jazz, Danny Ainge just, I don't know what he's doing over there. I mean, he asked for his Wart Thompson. I mean, Ron Holland, Jaden Ivey, and like Tobias Harris just seems like a lot for marketing already. They give up like 2, 3 firsts, maybe 4. And honestly, you add Ron Holland to this, who I think could be right next to Keyonte George. I mean, the spacing would not be amazing per se, and then you add Jaden Ivey, who can run the 2 guard, and then automatically you're looking like, and then you have a potential top 5 pick this upcoming draft, and the Utah Jazz look like they have a pretty good future. Anyways, thank you guys. It was a very weird video today. I know, I kind of had a lot on my mind. I got midterms right now. Yeah, and then I also was sick for a little bit. But sorry, I guess just been yapping today. Didn't really tell you much, but just kind of informed you about Keyonte George Vote for him for All Star, I guess. I think he probably will be an All Star this year. I mean, the West is stacked, but probably maybe over Stephon Castle, maybe. I don't know. If he's not this year, probably next year. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. We are on our way to 200 subs. I would very much appreciate it. And suggest some more players that I can do videos on, because it's kind of that time of the year where I don't really know what to do yet. I mean, there's a few rookies I've already done. I did Igor Demon, I did Concanepo, I did Cooper Flag. I don't want to waste more of your time, so hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys later.